afternoon, Dr. Peak. My name is Hannah Nunns, and I am a student here at Tarleton State University, and I am proposing that we get a new electrocardiogram machine for the kinesiology department for the clinical exercise research facility lab that we have on campus. As you can see in figures 1 and 2, this is our current ECG machine in the SURF. Clinical Exercise Research Facility Lab, also known as the SURF Lab. I talked to Samuel Greenberg, who is the graduate assistant on campus. He said some of the problems were that it's out of date, the program is out of date, it takes up too much space, it's not very learning friendly for students, it's not portable, and it produces too many cardiac artifacts. A cardiac artifact, according to Dr. Shiel on medicine.net, is something that is not heart-made, and it includes but not limited to electrical interference by outside sources, electrical noise from elsewhere in the body, and poor conducted machine. The objectives that I would say that a new machine would help would be that it would help take care of the cardiac testing that the University Interscholastic League, or also known as UIL in Texas, for the local high school here in Texas. We do have some underprivileged kids that cannot afford a cardiologist, and I believe that bringing them to the school for free would help tremendously. Having a new machine would also, that was portable, would help that if we needed to go to the school and there wasn't an accessible outlet for us. And having a smaller machine would take up less room in the SURF lab. Another dilemma that would be solved would be that there would be less cardiac artifacts. The main causes for cardiac artifacts from our current machines are the wires, and unfortunately there is no such thing as wireless leads at this time. As you see in figure 3, this is the proposed machine that I believe we should obtain. It is a Shriller CardioFit CS200 stress ECG machine without treadmill. Getting the new ECG machine for the department would solve many problems, such as the program being outdated and not having a portable machine. It would also help students and faculty to learn from the new machine because it would be up to medical education standards. The method for going about obtaining the machine I'm doing the first step, which is knowing where the budget line comes from, and I'm contacting you, Dr. Peak, and you would have to contact Dr. Kim Reinerson of the College of Education, and if she approved it, it could either come from the College of Education budget, or if she wanted to, she could send it over to Dr. Karen Murray, head of the provost office, and that would be another process that I would have to go through. And for that, you would have to pitch the quote from the vendor, and then you would have to justify why we need it, and those needs, such as like we need a portable machine, ours puts out too many cardiac artifacts, and that it would be easier to teach faculty and students on a newer machine. We would have to fill out step 2 would be purchasing a unique equipment. You would need a sole source form, and you would have to send it to the vendor for the vendor to fill out. But you could also, on the next step, when you go to the website for Texan/AggieBuy, you would check and see if our supplier is already in their system. And if it's already in our system, then you just fill out a sole source form. If it's not, then you would need a quote attached to W-9. And if you have a sole source form, then attach that as well. And then depending on who you are purchasing from, you would need the account number from the College of Education or the provost office. And then the approval process for this is the purchasing office then being approved by the funding source, so meaning approved by Dr. Reinerson or Dr. Murray. And then you would have to go through the business services budget team. And then purchasing order goes through to make it actually happen. You would have to go through the approval flow again after that happens, and then the system will transmit to purchase the equipment from the vendor, and then get the merchandise to fill the order. And then you would put, after the merchandise isn't received, you would put that in texted by, you would create a receipt saying you got it, and then you would have to say that the quote does not include shipping, and then you would have to send a final invoice to tarleton.edu. After all of that is matched up together, you would the vendor would get paid. The schedule for this would take overall 2.5 weeks to 3 months. As you can see in the slide, it goes over in more detail as to how long each specific thing would take. As you can see in figures 4 and 5, this is our current surf lab at Tarleton State University, and this is where the current ECG machine would be installed, and the company would help come install it, and then the interns would also help install it, put it together, and find a place for it. The qualifications I believe that I have for requesting this is that I am a student in the kinesiology department, and I would benefit from learning from this new machine. I have used similar machines like this before. I have learned from nurses, and I have connections within the kinesiology department. Anytime I am in the hallway, if I see one of the professors, they know me by name, I make it a point at the beginning of the semester to introduce myself. And I have taken classes such as exercise physiology that have shown me how beneficial an ECG machine is. And I am also heart health conscious on keeping my heart rate down and keeping it healthy and eating well. Here's the cost of the machine and how much it would cost. The website said it was free shipping, so the total cost would be $14,395 total. Now, if we wanted to do financing, they said they would go as low as $397 a month. In conclusion, I look forward to using this machine and to further my education, and I hope that future students also find it very helpful and that our graduate assistants and Dr. Laurent find it useful as well.